position and destroyed him 1-0. And of course, now we're back for the cliffhanger. After the cliffhanger, where we're going to talk about post-game analysis, going to check out some replays. I made that joke up on the spot, guys.
It's actually pretty good. Still stands for NiP. I'm a fan.
Excellent. Yeah, so that was really the story for me. I didn't like the Spirit Breaker. It worked out, obviously, because the lane just didn't work. The Witch Doctor was gotten on plenty of times. Tusk, I think, was the biggest problem, really. Just being able to dodge stuns with the Snowball, as well as lock people into position. But they were just out of position. No one was helping. And Jesus Christ, what the hell was up with the mech? And two mechs.
Communication.
I guess they just kind of overlooked it, and they like both of them are just like, yeah, when I play this hero, I usually buy mechanism, and then they're like, oh crap.
You mean they've got like recommended items?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm curious to see actually how often do you get Shadow Fiend and Darkseer together? How often does that happen? Because I'm guessing it's probably not that much that you actually get that opening too, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they actually were just thinking that, you know? I mean, it sounds like a small thing, but when you're so used to playing and you play so many matches, you're just like, okay, yeah, this is autopilot for me. I know what I should do. This is what I buy.
Yeah.
Same thing for top lane. Like, you probably understand on paper, we should win this lane. You know, that's why they're so aggressive. They keep trying to fight into it, even though like this Sven didn't have any mana when they were fighting around the side shop. That gave away like a kill or two. And I think they just felt what you said is like, oh, we should win. You know? Yeah. So they just go ham.
I also, the Witch Doctor, I would have actually really liked that to basically not being a Witch Doctor. Earthshaker would have, in my opinion, been a really good pick.
But then you're playing melee support against Tusk Spirit Breaker, which is...
You have a Jakiro as well, though.
I still feel like the problem with that lane is you're always going to be able to contest the creep wave because you have a melee carry, right?
But if your Jakiro is there, how easy do you think it is as a Tusk and Spirit Breaker, especially for the Tusk, to actually get away from the amount of just stuns that you can lay down? Because as soon as you hit a fissure, you ain't missing. And if you want to not do whatever the fuck Era's build was, and actually max out your Stormbolt, you ain't missing your Stormbolt. After your Stormbolt, you ain't missing an Ice Path.
Yeah, it's true. They have a lot
like
of...
the combo effect, and just having that Earthshaker Earthshaker's fantastic, because, you know, you talked about the Witch Doctor, and you're like, oh, this could be pretty good after a Snowball. It's like, nah, the best thing after a Snowball is a fissure. Because it comes and it hits everybody.
I'm not arguing like the amount of targets that it hits. It's more a matter of in that lane, you actually need levels. So you need level 2 minimum before you have any kill potential at all, right? Unless for whatever reason, like, okay, maybe a resolution or Aloha Dance is way out of position, and maybe you get a fissure block and you kill him. Like, that's one other scenario.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be able to contest. That's the thing. Like, he won't be able to contest.
I think they would be able to.
Okay.
I think you're on the right path, though. I think having
Thank you, Shane.
the actual stun to start it off, so they can't snowball dodge the secondary stun, is the important part. Because that's what was happening every time. They'd go on them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. Well done, Shane. That's good. Let's. I'm just gonna leave it on like there. We'll leave the correctness. Fuck Andy. Let's go check out a replay. Andy can explain what happened.
All right. So
Smoke gank.
This is their chance. Here. If they opened up earlier, by the way, here, they would have had such a bigger chance. Because the Spirit Breaker wouldn't have had charge if you watch this.
Yeah, the DD did play a very big part. And the Sigil was also already in place when they initiate. So their initiation...
They should have gone now. They should have literally just been like, we want to stun the Gyrocopter now.
He was going for a better Requiem, though.
And now the charge is already coming in, so it's too late. So if they actually got Era to stun the Gyro, I think that would have been such a better play.
Yeah, they get like a 3-man call down here. Era obviously goes for the blink behind. He hits the stun on 2. And by this point, Hanskin's already almost dead. They get a nice Requiem, but Aloha Dance comes in. He's got the snowballs. There's already a lot of heroes very low on health at this point. Like Silence, extremely low. Resolution as well. He puts him in the snowball, moves him a tiny bit farther away. Then he immediately gets hit by the vacuum. And it's like, at this point, you're going, okay, NiP should probably win this fight.
Yeah.
But Empire, the important thing to note is Yoku's still at full HP.
With a DD rune.
So is Aloha Dance, with the DD. The Sigil has not yet even been touched at this point. And I actually think that No Fear had great positioning in this fight.
And look at the illusions from the wall right now. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, they're not doing anything, but the point remains, like, the most important hero to kill outside of Silent is at full HP after every single ability has been expended. Yep. So at this point, when you have double damage and you have Blink Desolator, there is nothing left to deal with the TA. So I think their target priority was actually wrong in killing the Gyrocopter. It should have been go for Yoku.
This fight, though, even though I agree with you, they should have gone for Yoku. This fight could have gone very differently if they opened up on the gyro earlier and actually just got an insta-gib, potentially with the dazzle out of
Without
position.
the cooldown and stuff.
Without taking a cooldown, and then your supports would have been alive. The Spirit Breaker charge wouldn't have come in, which basically allowed for the gyro cooldown to just be even more effective. You know,
How much vision did they have though? Because I think No Fear was out of sight, and if he has
so was
Grave,
Yoku though. Yoku was like way below.
Yeah, the problem is the smoke broke in the tree line, and they got a vision from the sigil, and then instantly a charge came in. But if Era actually was just like, you know what, fuck this guy is out of position. Whatever happens, right? Because he was like trying to get his Requiem up, right? You know, get his Requiem up. Well, as soon as he started channeling it the first time, Era should have gone, I got you. Blink, stun. Okay. Now your Requiem's in. They're not going to interrupt you. The best they can do is get a dazzle. They haven't got him in position for a snowball. The dazzle can maybe grave, but he's still not like, I don't know what level his Shadow Grave was.
It was 2, I think, at that point.
So you wouldn't have had the range, and you definitely would have got that kill. And there, everyone would have been alive. Snowball comes in. Yoku's got DD. Sure, great, but you haven't got a cooldown. You know, you haven't stunned our supports. They're not dead. We can actually manage this team fight. And I think if they just acted slightly sooner, that was the fight that I was like, okay, they're going to have a fight under a tier 2. They can still win because there's no BKBs. Yeah. And if they took that NiP, they probably could have opened up the game in a way that they would have had a chance. But that was just a big loss.
I think if the supports stayed in the trees as well and used like that ward from vision or used like Macropie or Ice Path from the trees, like they could have easily done it. Because when they went on front of the tower, they had vision and they just charged them straight away.
Yep.
And when Witch Doctor dies at the very start of the fight, it's
painful. Yeah. It's painful. But yeah, so we're going to go into game number 2. We're already in the draft, so let's see what they're going to pick this time round. Shane, you're the captain of NiP right now.
He is.
You've done the right thing. You've picked Dazzle, which is, in my opinion, the most overpowered hero in the game.
Yes.
He's amazing. Nuxie would agree. But you're captain, Shane, of NiP. What have you said to him in there?
What have I said? I've said, all right, lads, snap out of it. It was a bit of a disaster, but we're going to actually fight them right now.
Yeah.
We're going to give
Would
Limp
you have
Queen a
done
play.
any kind of, blood tests?
Blood test.
See if anyone's drunk? Like the Darks here?
I think a breathalyzer would be easier than just going with straight.
No, I take blood.
Just to make sure. I don't know.
10 seconds.
It's pretty tough, actually. Like these 2 picks from Team Empire again, though. They're very, very good.
Did they pick They didn't pick TA in the first 2 last game, right?
No,
No.
not in the first 2. It was fourth.
So now they have like more time to kind of build a game plan, how to deal with it better, I think.
Oh, I think the Venomancer is going to come out for Ninjas and Pajamas.
Yeah, they like the core Venomancer,
They
right?
do. Jonas and Fran plays it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's...
That could be interesting. And Darkseer was banned this game as well. So no more Iron Shell.
Yeah, I think you do a dual lane with the Venomancer. Maybe no Lich ban as well. I know Ninjas and Pajamas do enjoy their Lich.
I think it's one of those things where you pick it when you have like a core offlaner, like Doom, Night Stalker, like those types of heroes I think benefit very well from it. You could still do like Lich Undying or something if you wanted to be just a nuisance.
Reserve time.
It's very good against TA, the armor, especially like with Dazzle. Your heroes will have like 1 billion armor.
Yeah.
It makes it very hard for Yoku to just do what he did in the last game and, take 3/4 of your life of your core in 1 hit.
He did have a DD 2 fights in a row. That's
and for Roshan as well.
When you have Desolator and you have DD, it's just like, all right, well, everyone's dead.
One-shotting supports, pretty much. So there's no like real mech carrier on NiP yet. Tusk kinda is, right? On Empire.
For Empire,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. He is a Grease Spire.
So at least NiP doesn't have the 2 mech buyers and can F that
The
up
confusion's
this
over.
game.
Well, that's not true. Jonas could play the Queen of Pain offline.
Oh yeah. Do you still like want the dual offlane when you go Queen, like an Undying Queen offlane or something, or is the Queen solo offlane that strong?
I think dual offlane's better. I think it's not really as much about getting the experience anymore in the offlane as it is just disrupting the safe lane. Like it's at one point it was how much can our offlaner get out of the lane. Now it's how much can we stop their safe lane from getting anything. And I think that's why Alliance also played so aggressive earlier. They were just trying to take way too much away.
Yep.
How does Alchemist do mid versus TA? With just acid
He
spray
does fine
spam?
actually. The hard part about it is, all right, so the TA gets ahead of you and it starts getting traps down, you don't have sentries, you could die. Like even with your regen, because TA does so much damage against
It's
low armor.
huge. Yeah.
I think you also go
But
more
with the,
points
I'm
into
more,
meld.
Yeah.
And then when he comes up to get a last two, you just meld strike him, and it does a crazy.
It's also the Tusk is dangerous for the Alchemist, like rolling in.
But then if your Tusk is moving around, you know, you get something else elsewhere, and your Alchemist can always bounce back. But I'm just more like, you know, just max acid spray, just put 1 point in Greevil's Greed, get stun. And with the acid spray in the laning phase, does that affect TA enough that you can still get your last hits and go toe to toe?
Yeah. It's a very
so
good
I think
selling
Alchemist
tool.
is a pretty acceptable pick.
Yeah.
I've decided.
Radiant team
All right.
banned.
It's been decided.
But where do you put Queen then? Safe lane or off lane? Like,
I put Queen safe lane. I put Queen safe lane, and I actually take Dazzle into the mid lane.
Queen of Pain is very impressive.
Yeah. And I think about building an off lane that can you know, contest. And I'm okay because I think if you play like the Queen of I don't think they expect the Queen of Pain to be solo safe lane.
You know what I want to see
And I think it
from
works
NiP now?
fine because you just need
Andy?
levels and you get your levels.
You know what I want to see from NiP now?
All right, I'm ready.
Alchemist, like James was talking about, right?
And Morphling.
And Morphling.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see every
Let's go
game.
full
Morphling
Vici
off lane.
gaming.
Yeah, Vici gaming. They
Morphling
actually
Morphling
ran.
Undying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Morphling can replicate the
Radiant
ult
team.
with Radiance, right? So you can farm with it.
And
as
it's
Morphling.
crazy. It's like
And it's
like
pretty
what is
tanky.
it, like 80% damage or something at the max level when you replicate? It feels like it's actually
Yeah,
the
it's-
hero.
No, but
I can't remember the
it's not
damage state.
much about the right click. It's just spreading the Radiance, and you can
Yeah.
farm with
Yep.
it, and it gives Greevil's Greed as well.
The
Yeah.
Greevil's Greed to the
Yeah,
Alchemist.
to the Alchemist. So you help the
Boom.
Alchemist farm.
It's done.
It's cool.
I'm
And
sold.
also, you go Ags later. You go the stun build as Morphling, right?
Yeah.
Like you
10
play
seconds
offlane a lot, but you get an Ags, and you can hybrid the Undying
5
and get 2
seconds
tombstones.
remaining.
If the Undying gets an Ags, you have 2 decays that take 10 strength each away.
Reserve
It's
time.
like it's
Alchemist
actually insane.
Morphling. I'm sold, Scriff.
I'm just saying.
You're not
I
just
saw
a
Vici
pretty
Gaming do it.
mysterious face.
I saw Vici Gaming do it. It's legit.
The only downside to that strat is your lanes are actually pretty weak. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Jonas and Fans
God
hero, right?
damn it, NiP. Stop ruining
We
my
had a
dreams.
perfect idea.
I don't know. I think it's going to be Era, safe lane Quap, and Limp is going to play the Bat Rider, and Jonas and Fam still has a hero. And
So
I,
he doesn't play.
Radiant
I
team
think he plays.
The Spirit Breaker is
Because
really
most
good here.
offlaner players play Bat.
yeah, but is it good in the offlane? Is the question.
It
If
starts off slow,
I
right?
think
It's
it's
they,
very slow.
They
Yes.
nerf the fuck out of. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that word. Nerf is pretty
yeah,
offensive.
it's very.
Yeah.
Especially the Bat Riders.
But yeah, they.
10
I mean, they
seconds
just fucked up
remaining.
Bat Rider's amount of damage.
No, but his flame break is pretty good damage now
5
with the nipple
seconds
stack.
remaining.
It does more.
Yeah,
than-
It's like
if
it's
you-
surprising.
Oh wait,
sure
isn't
it's-
Flame Break also like damage over time
Yeah,
now
exactly.
as well?
It
So
does
for
more.
TA,
That's
it's
why
also
it
yeah.
does more damage with
You
maple
probably even
stacks
said
than
that,
against
right?
TA, yeah,
And
sure.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, no, so I think NiP has screamed against Alliance and S for Spat,
Yep.
and that's
Yeah.
why they pick it up themselves.
When I said like Jonas and Fam might play it, it's just because of the hero pool of the lane. Like he might still play a mid, but I just didn't know if Limp played Bat. I couldn't remember if I'd seen
I
him
don't
play
know
it
either.
before.
I'm just guessing at this point.
Because that is one hero that you actually do want somebody who's experienced on.
Venge ban. There's obvious counters to Bat Rider.
So Empire have picked the exact
But Disruptor,
almost
Pretty very.
yeah the same lineup so far
Radiant
without the
team
dazzle that they can't get.
I think it's Legion Commander time. I just love them playing that hero. They play around it very well. And they have the Grave as well.
don't they need like?
You need to handle the Spirit Breaker in this situation. Your team's not good versus Spirit Breaker.
Yeah.
If you're in lane versus Spirit Breaker, you can trade hits with the third spell on Legion Commander pretty well.
Yeah. I just meant like more in the team fight
Yeah.
situations.
How do you stop charge?
How do you stop this charge?
How do you stop
Flame
Nether
break.
Strike? Yeah. That's it though.
10
There's no real
seconds
stun.
remaining.
You build Yules on Queen of Pain as well.
I'm a fan
5
of the
seconds
like the
remaining.
first item Yules on Queen actually.
Yeah, I like it too.
Reserve time.
But yeah, so it is a core they need, right? Like,
Well,
Venomancer
could be
is still
offlane.
good.
it could be offlane.
Because I know Era is very, very good at Queen of Pain.
Yeah, I think Team Empire would have a really hard time against Veno. Because it's very hard to push into Veno as well. And you got like 2 melee heroes already. Gyro's not that great at pushing.
Yeah.
PA is alright. But it's very hard to fight into Poison Nova.
I think Veno would be really nice, especially if you can
it's also
get the farm. Just because if they need to dive with
Veno
their
on Dying
gyro,
lane? That would be
Yeah.
so annoying.
it's also like disrupting blinks from TA with the Veno.
Yeah.
Like he can't
oh dude,
blink
it's
dagger
everything.
around.
It's like
I wonder-
snowball comes in, you still get an ulti off.
The problem is though, if Spirit Breaker like solo charges you early game, it's pretty difficult.
So what about Empire's last
You're
hero?
a snake.
I'm thinking like,
You'd be fine.
True. Just slither by.
what if they pick AA?
Team Empire.
Yeah. Snowball into AA.
That's very good.
Chilling touch. So overpowered, actually. You just instantly die.
Well, they're taking a long time to make this decision, so
Yeah, NiP are, yeah.
10 seconds
they've.
remaining.
It is a hard decision.
They got 7 seconds. Ooh.
Okay.
It does. You can say it does a similar thing if you get a radiant. If you know what I mean, the kind of overall
Disruption.
damage and
That is
the
very
tankiness.
greedy, though.
It
Yeah,
is.
it
They're
is
also
very-
banking probably on the idea that Team Empire... I mean, they can go aggressive with their heroes, actually, because they can last pick a support.
Yep, they
Right.
can actually play with him on the front lines and chase.
Would they like a Rubit lift with gyro kind of thing?
I don't know if it's strong enough to contest that lane.
Yeah.
I think you need something with
10
way more kill
seconds
power than that.
remaining.
But I don't know if
Like
it's...
what?
Well, anything
I'm
with a
okay with
disable.
something like
5 seconds remaining.
Which sector?
Winter
They could go
Wyvern.
Shadow Demon.
Winter Wyvern.
Shadow Demon,
I
Winter
like Winter
Wyvern.
Wyvern.
Reserve
Wyvern's good too,
time.
yeah.
Especially with Spectre Hunts, and you're in the middle of like a cluster team fight, and you Winter Wyvern someone, all the Spectre illusions attacking that one
I
person.
mean, Spirit
Well,
Breaker
Winter
here.
Wyvern with Spirit Breaker is pretty insane, by the
Abaddon's
way.
also not that bad.
When you chase.
Abaddon.
Yeah,
you have a lot of
Abaddon for the
melee
Bat
cores though,
Rider,
like
Lasso.
Jurkopter's melee.
Yeah, well, Shadow Demon does the same thing too. But
Yeah.
Shadow Demon's also amazing against Spectre.
Probably the
Yeah.
best support in the game in Spectre.
You need an additional. I think Abaddon's nice, but I think you're so tanky with your current lineup. You don't need an Abaddon to be like, oh, here's a shield and here's a heal. You don't need it at all.
Well,
you
it's
need
just selling
someone
Lasso
that's
as
like,
well.
this is where your kill's coming from, and that's why I think
about
Winter
Silencer?
Wyvern. I think something that you chase and you actually. You fight with like
Wyvern
I
is
think
good, yeah,
I
for
think Silencer's bad just because it's like it's a one-time use and you're not really in these team fights are going on a long
That's
time.
why
I
we
think
go-
Winter Wyvern, yeah.
Are they going
You
aggressive?
can tell
with
that I've just been playing lots of Dota instead of commentating. Just been like, yeah. Lots
Andy.
of support.
Huh?
this? Do you go aggressive with this as Empire?
They can, but I don't know. It's a high risk, right? Because if you lose that lane, then you're putting... Oh, yeah,
it
Savannah's
is,
playing Queen.
it is,
Okay, so...
Well, the Spectre pick kind of.
Yeah, I feel Empire could go aggro here. It just depends on if they're feeling confident enough. I think with the Wyvern, they have the heroes necessary. Like, if they pick something else, I think they would have less aggressive potential, but with the Wyvern pick, it is very, very possible.
With
We're
that
going
said,
in game,
James-
by the way.
Yeah.
There you
With
go.
that being said, I just noticed my natural Dota position is like this.
Let's go.
Somewhat fetal.
It's fine.
This is the NiP position if they lose.
Catch.
Into the game we go. Game 2.